Coming up on the East End,
I get my eyes on the bees all year round.
spend a sweet day with a North Fork beekeeper and learn how you can care for a colony of your own. Plus,
we're out in the field, we're connecting with Mother Nature.
Meet the East End mother who started her own herb farm and is now making medicinal elixirs from lavish Hamptons hotspots.
to local North Fork hidden gems.
Come with us as we explore the people and the places that make up Long Island's East End.
Welcome to the East End. I'm Erin Colton.
And I'm Joe Arena.
We've got lots to see this weekend.
And while you're exploring it all with us, don't forget to play along in our East End trivia game. You'll see questions pop up during the show. Scan that QR code on the screen, submit your answers, and you might just win some East End swag. Well, today we're taking you on one cool adventure. We are at Hampton Ice, a state-of-the-art specialty ice factory here in Southampton.
In operation for the past 3 years, their mission is to supply crystal clear, purified, and Instagram-worthy ice across all of the East End.
They make cured cubes, spheres, sculptures, and ice luges for East End bars and restaurants. They're even sought out by high-profile clients like actress Gwyneth Paltrow.
Well, today, Joe and I are becoming ice cube curators. We're making Hampton Ice's next batch by the end of the show. But before we get an all-access pass to see how that happens, let's turn to something a little bit sweeter. Honey. I spent the day with Bonac Bees exploring their hives.
I'm the largest female beekeeper on Long Island. A EAS certified master beekeeper. Kind of the cream of the crop.
There is no doubt about it. Deborah Klugers has a love for bees.
I get my eyes on the bees all year round.
Her love for them came later in life, and when it did, she fell hard.
I can tell you that the bee saved my life. I actually researched my family history, went way back to the 1600s to try to find, like, is there someone that was a beekeeper or farmer or something?
Why do I love this so much?
I know.
Now the owner of Bonac Bees on Long Island's East End, Deborah rescues, rehabilitates, and raises bees.
My first client, which happened to be the owners of Chipotle. The goal with them was to get them to be keeping their own bees.
And now her business is buzzing around the Hamptons.
From that first client, I got another client and another client. Got about 40 clients, and they're all high profile. I am their beekeeper.
And since they are so high profile, she could only share one with us, a fellow East Ender.
Christy Brinkley.
Wow!
Yeah, she's one of my clients.
You're Christy Brinkley's beekeeper.
I am Christy Brinkley's beekeeper.
That is such a cool thing.
Christy actually comes out when she sees me or knows I'm coming. She runs out with her bee suit.
How many pounds of honey do you think we're gonna have?
She's out there with me squishing hive beetles and harvesting honey.
But you don't have to be an A-list celeb to learn about bees with Deborah. She also offers something called Coddle a Colony for people who are interested in bees but may not love being around them.
You pay a fee and you get 10 jars of honey, an award-winning photograph, and a little story about the colony that they're going to coddle.
Deborah taught me a little bit about bees and what they can produce inside of her home in Hampton Bays.
If you're a beekeeper, can you make the bees either do beeswax or honey?
We can make the bees make beeswax by feeding them a 1-to-1 sugar syrup. This is comb honey. Take a piece of that and
So this is just like what we...
Yep, just take a bite.
Oh.
Yep, and then you chew the wax and you could spit out the wax.
You chew the wax?
Yeah, it's, you know, just like gum, it's just beeswax. And the honey and the wax and yeah.
It's all happening.
Yeah. I make award-winning honey. My honey is available in stores from Montauk to Middle Island, actually.
The next stop was about 20 miles east to Sagaponack, where Deborah showed us her bee farm. All right, wow, look at this place. On a cold spring day like this one, we couldn't open up the hives, but the bees were definitely there. Oh, I see them. I see them.
You're fine.
Okay.
A lot of the bees here are rescues, either rescued from buildings or swarms
or just, you know, my own personal bees.
When will you come out and collect the honey? July?
Late July.
Okay.
Yep, every year it's been about late July.
We even saw some other creatures during the check-in.
There's nobody home. There could be a mouse
no
in
one's
here.
home.
I
Good.
hope there's no mouse there. There could be bees, who knows? So this is, oh,
I think I'm doing an okay job for it being a big fear of mine. Deborah! Deborah! From the hives to people's homes and everywhere in between, Deborah is the Hamptons' go-to bee whisperer, a passionate advocate with a mission to protect them.
At the end of the day, I am dirty, I'm probably bleeding, I've been stung 100 to 1,000 times. I'm bruised, I'm tired, I'm dehydrated, I'm hungry, but I'm so happy. I'm like, oh my God, what a great day.
Wow, she knows her bees.
She knows everything about bees, and no matter how many times you're around bees, you never really get too comfortable.
Yeah, not your thing.
No.
Maybe just. All right. We are back at Hampton Ice right now, where they produce and distribute specialty ice here on the East End.
So how did this place come to be? Let's go over and chat with owner of this ice empire, Albert Vigneault, about Hampton Ice. What actually is it?
It's filtered, number one. We have full cubes and bags. A lot of the ice that you see out there is crushed or just not visually pleasing. And now we have Instagrammable, and everything's Instagrammable.
It's like you're describing a diamond, though, like the clarity, the cut. I mean, but you're making ice.
Exactly, yes.
Now, you didn't always do this. You were in finance?
I was. My past life, I was 20 years in finance. I worked for a healthcare hedge fund. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do next. It was kind of redundant looking at the screens all day. And I wanted to do something I was more passionate about. I grew up in Rhode Island. And in every beach town in Rhode Island, there's a ice house. So you would go to the ice house before you went to the beach. In the Hamptons, there's no ice house.
All right, while we make our way over to the ice machine with Al, we want to take you to a North Fork farm where they're growing medicinal herbs for homeopathic healing.
I was born in Southampton Hospital. I've been here most of my life.
For herbalist Rachel Stevens, the East End has been her one and only home, and the story of how it ended up that way is pretty special.
In 1963, my mother immigrated here from Holland. Her and my father, they were pen pals. This is how they met. They purchased their home in Springs, East Hampton.
Now, just miles from where it all began for Rachel, her love for growing and gardening is truly blossoming.
I wanted to start making some herbal remedies that I could use on my children. I was buying these products because I decided to be a stay-at-home mother. I also wanted to figure out how to make everything myself because we were living on a very tight budget.
So Rachel, who has a background in horticulture, decided to grow what's in many traditional herbal remedies. And thanks to the Peconic Land Trust and their Farms for the Future program,
They give people an opportunity to lease farmland by the acre.
what started with selling vegetables, jams, and baked goods in 2011 turned into a full-blown farm. Sweet Woodland Farms in Southold opened its doors in 2019, expanding from 1 acre to 3. Today, they produce 30 different types of medicinal herbs.
Our biggest crop that we grow is the American black elderberry.
All right, time to plant some elderberries.
All right, let's go. This is the American elderberry. We do have to cut this every year.
That went right through there, okay.
It helps us to manage any insect and disease.
There goes my shoe.
Comes out here with these
Clearly I
fancy
had the wrong,
white sneakers
white-
on a farm.
Wrong shoes.
Now we're going to make these branches into smaller cuttings, and we're going to plant them in pots of soil. Organic compost, there's some lobster in there.
Something tells me if you put this on a roll, you're not getting $35 for it.
All right, now I need you to mix this up good.
After our soil is mixed to perfection,
We need at least 2 sets of nodes per cutting.
we pot the stems, then head back out to the farm for some hands-on work planting these perennials.
Hard day's work. One
of the more popular products Rachel makes from these stems is elderberry syrup.
We add cinnamon, ginger, clove, and lemon to it. Elderberries are super high in vitamin C and antioxidants, so it's excellent for the immune system. Kids take it willingly.
She sells all of her elixirs at East End farmers markets and, of course, online. And that includes a variety of herbal teas with ingredients like hibiscus and peppermint, all grown on Rachel's farm.
We are making some very special tea with a lot of good qualities.
This one in particular to be great for the seasonal allergies. We're going to start with stinging nettle. Next, elderflower. So this is Tulsi. Hibiscus, very high in vitamin C. Guess what this is?
Peppermint.
Oh, yes.
Wow, it's smooth.
For Rachel, a passion grew into a profession, and she can't imagine having it any other way.
We're out in the field, we're connecting with Mother Nature, forgetting about all our worries.
There are so many uses for elderberry. People love it.
Who knew? I could use a warm cup of that right now, actually. All right, still ahead. Time to make the ice.
How we turn this into this. That's coming up.
Welcome back to the East End. Today we're spending the day at Hampton Ice, where they essentially churn out Instagrammable ice that makes your cocktails look a whole lot cooler.
We're making their next batch, but before we start that process, we take you to a Riverhead farm that's offering up a whole lot more than just fruits and veggies.
We are fourth-generation farmers right here in Riverhead.
For more than 40 years, the Zilnicki family has been growing local goods for the people on Long Island's East End.
I'm a firm believer in eating locally, eating seasonally.
But now John and Jackie Zilnicki are turning tradition into innovation. They created a community-supported agriculture program where East End farms come together to supply peak season produce, bringing a farmer's market right to your front door.
I can't grow everything as beautiful as some of the other farms. So I said, you know what, let's make this more of a cooperative model where I'm gonna help support these local farms and also give our customers a chance to get their hands on this fresh local produce. We do seasonal stuff. So right now we have Briarmere's apples. Throughout the season we'll have their berries, their pears, everything.
Briarmere, famous.
We have our eggs from our chickens here. We have some honey here. We have some Hampton granola. We also have our own grass-fed beef. We have ground beef. And then you got the beautiful ribeye steaks here with the bone in. Everybody loves a good ribeye.
You've hit the mark. You have your veggies, you have your meat, you have fresh flowers. All of this produce is so sustainable for a family.
I send out an email with an inventory of what we got, and the customers customize their box to exactly how they want. Our beef also can get shipped in the mail, and that can go anywhere in the country.
The greenhouse is where you can pick your own plants to grow.
Herbs. Can you smell it?
Oh, I can.
Italian parsley.
Oh, right. Yep, that's it.
We have a lot of vegetable plants. This is a little veggie pack, so if you want to plant at home, this would be perfect for you.
Oh, that's great.
2 tomato plants, 2 eggplants, 2 pepper plants for you to take it home and make your own little garden. We have flower pots that are already pre-made.
So whether you're a cook, plant lover, or just like to have some fun on the farm, Zilnicki has the stuff that's good for the soul. There you go, Mary. Oh, that was a good bite.
I believe soil and soul, they're very close to being spelled the same, but they go hand in hand. It all starts with the dirt. We come from the dirt, we end up in the dirt. Whatever we treat our soil good, it ends up we feed the soul. That's been our mission.
A little wet out there the day we were out there, but it's still so much fun and there's so much to do.
Fun on the farm.
Exactly.
Let's do it. All right. The machines are fired up, and Hampton Ice owner Albert Vigno is going to show us how the magic happens. What are we looking at?
So we're basically making a sphere, an ice sphere, but before we get there, we have to make the actual blocks of ice?
You have to make the blocks first, and the key to crystal clear ice is freeze from the bottom up. So that's what this machine is for.
Okay.
We get our water, reverse osmosis water from the tap outside, and they freeze from the bottom up.
So it all starts with the filtered water?
It does, yes.
Okay, and then the filtered water gets filtered into these bins?
Yes, this is all filtered. These are all reverse osmosis, UV light, and then alkaline enhanced, and then through here.
Filtered water going into the bin.
Here we go. All right, so this is the finished product. We added the water in the other room. Now we're here.
The magic
with
of
the ice.
TV.
Yes.
8 hours later, we have our block of ice.
We've been here 8 hours.
So what's next? We are starting to shave this now?
Yeah, we're gonna shave the top, we're gonna shave the bottom.
So you're really just clipping up all of the bumpy stuff off the top.
Yeah,
Right.
so it's not
Smooth.
wobbly.
Technical term, the bumpy stuff.
The bumpy stuff. This takes me back to wood shop from 7th grade.
All right, we've got the reins.
It takes two.
Whoa!
Oh! That is smooth right there. All right, we're gonna shave some more ice because I just wanna use this machine again. But right now we're gonna take you to Westhampton Beach to a new boutique hotel that'll leave you feeling like you're worlds away. At 7 Beach Lane, historic charm meets modern luxury.
Westhampton Beach has a lot of offerings, but when it comes to spending the night, 7 Beach Lane has the market cornered. It's the only hotel in the village.
One of the highlights about the property is actually the location. We're right here on Beach Lane, just a few yards off of Main Street and less than a mile to the beach.
For years, the historic home stood as the Grassmere Inn, but today, a nearly $15 million renovation has taken this piece of Hampton's history into the 21st century.
Taking the old 1885 Victorian architecture, melding that with the modern architecture and the addition on the back. It's a very small, intimate space with only 16 guest rooms, and then we really have some great upscale luxury finishes. This is our 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom penthouse, treetop level, great views, wraparound balcony, spacious living room.
Panoramic view here.
It's wild, right?
This is
beautiful views.
And if more privacy is your thing,
2 floors below us, we have our king pool patio rooms. The king pool patios each have their own independent and private entrance.
and even if you're not planning to spend the night here, they treat you like you are.
We offer a membership where people can sign up and essentially be hotel guests without sleeping over. We felt it was a really nice opportunity to offer the membership. We have a great pool. We offer fitness classes outdoors over the summer. We have bicycles that you can take to the beach along with a shuttle if you wanted to get some fresh air on the way to the beach. Another benefit of membership is our beachside concierge, where we will have chairs, umbrellas, and towels set up down at Rogers Beach.
Or stay back and take a cold plunge or detox in their infrared sauna. And then there's the food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, highlighting our local farms.
This screams the East End, all these ingredients here.
Whether it's our local mussels or our homemade focaccia with a carrot dip, which is also local, great caviatelli, goes great with local wine as well.
When do we eat?
Right now.
All right, our ice is ready, but we're not done yet.
That's right, we're curating a very special cube coming up.
Plus, we head to the famous Guild Hall in East Hampton to see why it's known as the cultural heart of the East End.
If you're ever in East Hampton, you have to check out Guild Hall. It's not just a cultural hub, it's the heart of the arts community here in the Hamptons. Guild Hall is a museum, performing arts, and education center founded in 1931. The whole campus, including the Hillary and Mitchell Morgan Theater, has recently undergone some incredible renovations. So what can visitors expect, like right when they walk in the doors?
They can expect to feel welcome, to feel like they're part of the Guild Hall family. We have not only the museum and the theater, but we also have an education program, and we have beautifully appointed grounds that are always open to the public.
The museum here hosts 6 to 8 exhibitions a year, featuring everything from historical works to contemporary pieces.
Guild Hall was founded as a civic institution, so it's really part of the cultural fabric of the Hamptons. Since 1931, it's always been open to the community to use as their performing arts space or their museum. And there's a real sense of ownership of Guild Hall by the people who live here.
The Green Room is not just for performers. This is a versatile space for meetings, intimate gatherings, and conferences. And if you need a little pick-me-up while you're here, make sure to stop by Luis and Howie's Coffee Bar. Whether you want to browse through some art, catch a performance, or just experience a new culture of the Hamptons, Guild Hall has something for everyone. Be sure to check their website, guildhall.org, for tickets. For Discover Long Island, I'm Brianna McEnroe.
All right, thanks Brianna and Discover Long Island for that. And we are wrapping up our day here at Hampton Ice in Southampton, where this place makes curated and filtered ice for the East End.
Some people call it Instagrammable ice, and it's so Hamptons, and we love that. We're here with Albert and his partner Nick for the final step of the process.
All right, so
this is the machine that does it all.
This is the machine that does it all. This is the final step. So we've frozen the cubes. Now we have the blocks. Now we did the scrapple machine. Now this is our ball lathe that if I just push this button, comes out a nice ball.
It's the perfect ball, the perfect sphere. Let's go. Look at that. Let's go.
Gorgeous.
A perfect sphere. Joe,
yes,
look at our
let me
ice.
check that out. Wow.
Amazing.
Nick,
now,
that is beautiful.
When your ice looks this good, your drinks taste much better. Hampton Ice, what a life.
Love it. Albert, Nick, thank you so much for inviting us here to show us the process of making that perfect ice.
All right, time now to check your answers on our East End trivia game. If you've been playing along, scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. It'll take you to our website where you can submit your answers for the chance to win some East End swag.
You'll also find more information on our website about all the places we've explored in this episode.
And while you're there, let us know about your favorite places to visit on the East End, from the lavish to the local.
Because it just may be our next adventure. See you next time.